And welcome back to my channel. This is Positive and Negative Tarot. I hope you all are doing well. Today is Sunday. I just clocked the time at 1:33 in the afternoon. I'm shuffling these cards, and I said for some reason I feel like I'm going to get a card that I've never gotten before. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but I don't know why I felt that. So maybe that can be significant. Maybe somebody or maybe you all could be thinking about doing things you've never done before, or like I don't know, engaging in something like new, some type of new endeavor or something maybe, or I'm not really sure. Right now, I'm just trying to get a good shuffle on the cards. I want to make sure that I really shuffle my cards up well. I did a reading yesterday and it was so good. It was just so deep and like just, I feel like we really got in there and I did not record. And then I thought about like after I like completed the read in its entirety, I thought about like, like maybe I should just go back and like try to pick up on like, everything that I just went through, but I'm like, no, impossible. So I don't know if that could also be significant, like that feeling maybe. Just drop two cards. Sorry about that. I just dropped two cards and it was like really just a struggle to get it. The two cards I just dropped was actually the Love card and the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not gonna take those cards, but let's just see if that ends up holding like some type of significance. Spirit, I would like to do a clear and concise, unbiased reading for the general collective or whoever may be clicking on this video now or in the future. Please clear and align and balance my chakras, rid me of any waste or pollution or bias byproduct that may interfere or could interfere in some way. Um, clean my energy as well as whoever clicks on this video, clean the energy of them as well. Um, one card so far. So we have the Five of Wands. I have two more cards, Spirit, or however many cards you want to give me. Clear and concise messages. This is a general reading on what is coming towards the collective or what they can expect or anything that they need to be made aware of, anything that they need to know, anything that they need to be warned about, or uh, anything that they need to know for this general reading. Spirit, give me clear and concise messages. Open up and align my third eye chakra so that I may receive, transmit, and interpret any messages for those who may be watching. Can I have a few more cards, Spirit? We have the Five of Wands so far. Now, the Five of Wands, it's in reverse, but I kind of just said it generally because I kind of wasn't sure if it wanted to come out in the reverse for sure or if it was in the upright. But I'll see what the other cards give me. Spirit, can I have a few more cards, please? General messages here for the collective, clear and concise messages. I don't know if I said this already, but I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your mood is calm or will be calm. It's always good to have a clear and calm mind, even in the midst of chaos, because it just helps relieve you of uh, the stress of the surrounding environment. And you can also think more clearly about certain decisions and like certain pathways when you're calm. I feel very calm right now. Sure, can I have two more cards, please, or a few more cards, however many cards you would like to give? General messages for the collective, please. General messages. Things are just falling off around me, and maybe there's like commotion going on in the background or somewhere in your life. Doesn't have to resonate. Two more cards, Spirit. Two more cards. Sometimes the shuffling takes so long. I like to do that beforehand, but sometimes I also like to get the verbiage that I mentioned as I'm trying to shuffle. Spirit, a few more cards. General messages for the collective, please. General messages for the collective. A few more cards, Spirit. It's crazy because there's a fly like that just kind of like wandered itself into my car. But then for some reason I was just like, what if that's a monitoring spirit? And in my head I was just like, monitoring spirit be gone, and the fly literally just disappeared. I swear to God. I swear to God. Or it hid itself. It's hidden. I see it. Okay, so now we have the Five of Cups. This one also kind of came out in the reverse. This is interesting. Okay, so now we have two fives. So yesterday in that reading that I briefly mentioned, I was getting a lot of fives. I had 5, 5, 10. I had 2 10 cards. That's 20. It was giving me like 20/20 vision, like somebody was saying something clearly in regard to a situation. And then when I did like the fives and the two fives added up to 10, which is just giving me like completion, or just like you put the two things together possibly in the situation and it wasn't looking right. But anyway, let me continue because that's I want to get one more card. So okay. So alrighty, and then we got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it looks like I have the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, and then I have the Hangman. And then on the top of the deck, it looks like we have the Four of Wands and we have the Ace of Swords. I don't know if you guys hear that popping sound in the background. I don't know what that is. I think they're doing fireworks. Okay, so Five of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, Hangman in reverse. I'm going to read this two ways. So with the Five of Wands in reverse, I feel like um you're no longer in conflict about something. Possibly some type of emotional conflict, because we have the Five of Cups in reverse as well. Because if the Five of Cups was in the upright, it would insinuate that you're like kind of feeling like, dang, I just lost something, and like kind of in this mood of like, how am I gonna you know, do all this stuff with my other hand being gone, like not even paying attention to the fact that you still have a whole nother arm and bags of like money or emotion. You still have some of your integrity and whatever else left. But with it being in reverse, it's giving me that you don't feel that way. It's giving me like you're feeling like nothing was really lost because, or you're feeling like you have your other hand, like almost feeling like you didn't lose anything out of a situation. So, I don't know, with this Five of Wands being here in the five again with that 5 and 5 equaling 10, and the Hangman is in reverse here. I feel like you just became aware about a situation and that brought you out of conflict, whether that was an emotional conflict, whether that was like some type of stagnation energy. Maybe you were feeling like you didn't know if you wanted to move forward or not, with somebody or in regard to some type of situation until you figured something out. But I feel like with the Hangman in reverse, you came into some type of enlightenment, not only about a situation, but possibly on how to get yourself out of like this, just like not moving. Do I want to go here? Do I want to go here? Or because you don't know where you want to go, you're just staying still. Which can sometimes not really be that great because there's no momentum at all. But again, with this Five of Wands, and Wands is momentum. Wands is action. Wands is active energy. Wands is also can also be masculine energy, because masculine energy, not saying man or female, but using masculine energy in the sense of masculine is like active motion, direct planning, direct doing, a verb almost basically, whereas feminine is more so reflective, still, receptive type of thing like that. But again, with this Five of Wands in reverse, I feel like somebody is coming out of some type of conflict. We have the Four of Swords at the top of the deck and the Ace of Wands. I'm sorry, and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the overall energy with the Four of Swords being here, and my apologies if I'm jumping around a lot. I'm gonna collect myself. I'm thinking of a lot of things at one time, or channeling a lot of things at one time, I should say. But anyway, with the Four of Wands being at the top of the deck, I feel like the overall energy of the spread is, or at least so far before I pull more cards, is you kind of just being in this I don't know, I want to say almost chill energy. Like this is you kind of, I want to say possibly recovering, um possibly like spending time with yourself, like almost like cozy time with yourself, almost like I'm thinking of somebody who's like getting under their blankets, not necessarily on anything depressive or anything like that, but getting under their blankets, watching their favorite show, or like eating a bowl of cereal, or maybe like curling up next to your dog, or maybe your dog is like resting with you, or just enjoying like maybe like the aura that's around you at this time, which is just giving me like, even though it's the four of swords, it's giving me like harmonious in a way. It's giving me just like, I don't know how to explain it, like maybe just like very chill, like very just like, it's giving me like rainy day, like cozy vibes on with the four of swords. So maybe it could have been raining around you recently, or maybe like something having to do with water is significant. Maybe like somebody could be like near a beach and kind of just like getting cozy around the water. There's some type of like water dragon dog pet animalish thing on here. So like, um or it also gives me, this four of swords card also came out yesterday. It also gives me the vibes of like a guardian angel. So like maybe this is you just in your own space, like very much so in like chill, I want to say like recovery, but I don't, I want to use a different word. Not even necessarily recovery, but just kind of like content and like just, I don't know, like I want to say tending to yourself, but this card is less about necessarily self-care and more about just like almost like, I just get heavy chilling, like looking into like, I don't know, if you might be reading a magazine or something like that, something like that. But then the Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like overall you figured something out and you're just like not doing anything about it. But like that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I feel like with this Ace of Swords here, you really figured out a situation. Like you looked into a situation clearly, you gained some type of significant insight in regard to a situation. With this Ace of Swords is giving me like heavy mental clarity, like whatever fogginess was going on in the background, whatever like smoke that was so thick or that you couldn't see, like maybe there was heavy spell work going on in regard to situations, or many situations, could have been five situations, could have been 10 situations. Um, but with this with this hangman being in reverse and with this ace of swords being at the bottom of the deck, it's just giving me heavy, I figured it out. Like heavy, oh, okay, I see what's happening. I see what's going on here. So now you don't feel like you're in conflict with yourself or with somebody else. It's almost giving me like, oh, okay, I see, like, especially with that four of swords, it's almost like, okay, I see what's going on. It's a song by a artist named Kalila, and I think the song is What's Going On? It's a twisted cycle when you're confused with love. Something like that. I see what's going on. It's a twisted cycle when you're confused in love. So this, like again, especially with this being a five of cups and the five of wands here, it could have been like some type of emotional several party situation, or it doesn't even have to just be with like a love or a love affair. It could even be with like family, because family can evoke motions, siblings can evoke motions. Like there was some type of conflict going on around you in regard to some people that you were in contact with or knew in some regard or something, and maybe the conflict was having you feel like, man, I don't know where I want to go or what to do about this situation. Or just feeling like very mentally stuck, possibly even mentally drained, especially with the four of cups here. And I was like, I kept on wanting to say recovery, like I couldn't find another word other than like kind of like recovery. It's almost giving me like safe house energy, especially with the guardian angel being there. Look, I said guardian angel. I went to say four of swords. So especially with your spirit kind of like hovering over you and keeping you safe and cozy while you just do whatever you do, almost like a safety bubble type of thing, to protect you from harm. So I feel like this four of swords and like the fact that I keep on saying guardian angel, this could also be like the divine stepping in to coddle you and protect you from the outside, from like a conflicting situation that you could have been involved in had you not um, decided to kind of just like retreat into your own world, I would say, into your own space, basically. But it's still a positive thing, I would say, because again, since this is the positive and negative tarot, we want to balance it out here. I feel like this is still kind of a positive thing because of the fact that it's kind of like you didn't lose anything. Possibly, had you remained in the situation, you would have lost more than just an arm. But again, with the five of cups being in reverse, you don't even feel like you lost anything. Like if anything, you probably have gained some type of, I guess, power back, if you will. Especially again with this hangman being in reverse, like with the hangman in the upright, is giving me. Um, Wait, I'm sorry. This this card is weird. Actually, this. Wait, I hate looking at this card. The hangman is in the upright. Uh, let me think for a second. Yeah, so you figured something out, and like somebody else could be feeling like, because like I said, I'm gonna read this two ways. So yeah, with the hangman in reverse, it's like you figure something out, and somebody else could possibly be in five of cups, or possibly in conflict with somebody else, even in regard to you. But regardless, you've kind of separated yourself from a situation. Like um, you just figured it out. Five plus five is 10, and then you got the hangman in reverse type of thing. Uh, and if I was to read this as five of wands in reverse, five of cups in reverse, and then the hangman in the upright, like the end of a conflicting situation, the end of loss. So if I was to read this as like the five of wands reverse, five of cups reverse, and then the hangman in the upright, I would say that even though you got out of some type of conflicting situation, or maybe like you could still be you or somebody else could still be stagnant in regard to getting themselves out of some type of, I don't know, somebody could just be in there, could just be stagnant. Maybe they don't know what to do at this point, in regard to a situation. But in regard to you or someone else collective, I feel like somebody has just like kind of separated themselves or just retreated into their own world. Um, and it's not really worrying about a situation. With this Four of Swords, I get like less of a worry. I get kind of like, okay, well, that's going on. Again, I'm in my protective bubble, so I'm kind of like, I'm almost getting like somebody avoiding the situation. I don't know if somebody's avoiding something. I get less of that, but if it comes up again, I'll mention it. But let me get a few more cards here. Let me clarify. Spirit, can I get a few more cards on this Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Hangman energy? A few more cards on this Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Hangman energy, please. Few more cards, Spirit, on this Wands and Five of Cups energy. This Five of Wands is a conflict in reverse. Five of Cups is like feeling like, again, didn't lose anything, or like feeling like you could have lost something, but by figuring something out in regard to situation. I feel like with that Ace of Swords being there, by seeing something very clearly with the Ace of Swords, I feel like look, as I'm saying that and clarifying, why did the High Priestess just fall out right on top of the Ace of Swords? Like, it's giving me that you not only use like practical thinking, like you were mentally trying to connect the dots, especially with five plus five and 10. I'm getting like, look, and with the high priestess even being two, I just want to say multiply 10 times two is what? 20. Okay, so it's just giving me confirmation on that 2020 vision. So you saw something very clearly about the situation. I don't know if you felt like your intuitive abilities or your intuition was just on point about a situation, on top of the fact that you were just like maybe looking clearly, you were just seeing something clearly about a situation. Like the Ace of Swords is here on top. I mean, with the High Priestess on top of it. Like that is just giving me somebody might wear glasses. Somebody might have a magnifying glass. Somebody might be a detective. Somebody could have hired detective. I said detective. Because I was gonna say internal investigator. Um, Somebody could be like a really good snooper. Like I might have some of y'all might be really good at like looking around, finding things, or somebody could be snooping on you or something like that. And maybe it's coming out of conflict in regard to maybe what they thought about you, with the Five of Wands being in reverse and like the priestess being here. Or maybe somebody could be looking into, look, I wanted to just say maybe somebody could be trying to see the truth about a high priestess. Maybe somebody could be trying to see if you really are who you say you are, basically, is what I'm also getting, type of thing. But again, with the general message that I was getting, like I was heavy, that could be like some side quests for some other people, but I was definitely getting like you uh calculating. You got your calculator out. I'm getting somebody who has a protractor. Somebody could be good at math. Somebody could be a mathematician. Somebody could be uh, like in the line of like being able to investigate. I don't know. Now I'm starting to get some type of snooty, it's like Snoopy energy. Somebody could have been trying to investigate you or like look into you in some way, shape, or form, but they didn't find anything on you, is what I'm getting. And then because they didn't find anything negative on you or anything like, I guess, of the ordinary, like crazy about you in regard to like some type of 501s. Maybe that has somebody feeling like, okay, now I see clearly about a situation. Like, okay, something ain't right here, is what I'm getting. And meanwhile, again, the overall energy of the spread is the four source. So either way, there's things going on in the background that you can't see, and you're sitting there and your four swords being protected by spirit, basically, is what I'm getting. Or by like you might have like some type of, maybe you had a passed on loved one or a passed on animal or something, but you could be getting like some type of signs that you are being protected. Like you could be getting some type of signs that like maybe you got, I don't know, maybe something about breathing is important or significant. Maybe somebody, maybe you got like a the smell of somebody's breath. And like I'm not trying to say that in a funny way, but maybe like your loved one had a particular smell or something, or like had a particular breathing pattern, and for some reason like you may have picked up on that, or maybe like a dog, maybe you felt like a dog was near you even though like your dog passed away or something like that, or some type of animal. It doesn't have to be a dog, could be like, I don't know, if somebody had like a lizard or a fish or something with like a very like interesting tail, floppy ears, or like ears that kind of stand up a little bit but not too crazy. Somebody, mushrooms could be significant for somebody. Somebody could like mushroom hunting. Somebody could like eating them, like as far as like food, nutrients, benefits, and stuff like that. But anyway, let me get a few more cards on this spread. A few more cards on this spread, Spirit. Can I have a few more cards on this spread? Can I have a few more cards on the Five of Wands, Five of Cups? And like I just got into like this very needy energy, so I don't know what that's about. Thank you for the messages and the cards and the interpretations thus far, Spirit. Few more cards. Clarifying that Five of Wands and that Five of Cups energy. For some reason, I'm almost getting to like with this Ace of Swords. This could be you in that Ace of Swords energy, or again, that could be somebody else who's like spying or looking at you, especially since I had that fly in my car earlier. And then as soon as I said monitoring spirits be gone, it literally went away. Feel like that could also be like maybe you looking at a high priestess like, like I don't know. Like maybe you looking at somebody, maybe you're looking at somebody in the spiritual world, or somebody who poses as like a spiritual leader. Could be like somebody in the church, or like somebody who appears to be God fearing or God loving in some way, shape, or form, or like appearing to be some type of intuitive mother figure. Like you could be looking very closely at them right now. And at the same time, maybe they could be trying to continue the facade or something, or see what you're doing. Maybe not even like, maybe they're just trying to see what you're doing, like in some way, shape, or form. I've been shuffling for a while. Like I am not, Spirit. Can I get a few more cards on this spread? A few more cards on this spread, Spirit. I feel like with that Five of Wands in reverse again, with that Five of Cups, I feel like that could also be people coming out of conflict in regard to assumptions previously held about you, potentially. This Ace of Swords could also be like someone's. Oh, I just hold on, I gotta pick my cards up. For some reason, that Ace of Swords, I'm thinking that could also be. I was gonna say like maybe taking a close eye, looking into someone else very closely. Like maybe the spotlight, like the magnifying glass, could be on somebody else. Maybe at one point the Ace of Swords was on you, but now it's on this high priestess or this person who appears to be a high priestess. Um, But again, that could also be in your energy. Like you could literally be the real high priestess, or you could be a high priestess and you are using your like intuitive abilities on top of like your like very clear mental fortitude type of thinking, to get through a mentally challenging situation and also be able to see very clearly about some type of situation that was causing, like maybe background conflict with the five of wands and the five of cups. So like several types of conflicts could have been also like physical conflict. Like I'm not necessarily saying like I mean it could have literally been fighting or like some type of like aggression involved in some way, shape, or form. So we got the world card came out as I'm shuffling. Spirit, a few more cards, please. A few more cards, Spirit. A few more cards, Spirit. The cards are like really trying to spill out right now. So like I don't know if like the tea, the beans, the truth is coming out about a situation, especially with the world card being here, giving me like completion. And again, 5 + 5 = 10, as I'm asking Spirit to clarify those cards. Oh my gosh, there's so many cards coming out right now. The Hermit card just came out next to the world card. Again, that's going against like with the Four of Swords being there. I said somebody like it's giving somebody retreated. These cards are spitting. Like I don't know if somebody is saying that ish right now. If somebody is speaking that ish. I don't know if somebody is cursing somebody out right now on your behalf. Something is going on right now. Like these cards are like just coming out one after another, after another, after another, after another. So like I don't know if somebody is laying down proof, like proof after proof after proof after proof after proof, but I don't know, like some truth or some enlightenment or some insight is coming out about a situation or about several situations. With the world card being here, I don't know, travel could be indicated. Somebody could be on the way to see you. And it's like yesterday I was picking up, I had the chariot come out of my spread yesterday, and I was picking up on heavy, fast paced movement, because the chariot came out right next to the wheel of the wheel of life. And it was like the wheel of life was already like being like divinely guided by spirit, like travel indicated, but like you kind of got your feet up in spirit is just driving a boat. But then coming out right next to the chariot, I'm like, oh, are you driving fast? Or is somebody like speeding to you? Is the truth coming to you fast as he double hockey sticks? Like what is going on? But now I have the world card here, and it's like a pony running the world. Like you could be on top right now, or like you could be like the world could literally. I'm getting like the tables could be turning in regard to a situation for you as we speak, or like this could be about to come or something like that. And this could like I'm low key getting like this to be about to come fast because although I didn't pull the chariot and the wheel of fortune out today, that was just yesterday. Like, and I don't really sleep, so that was like low key just like less than 8 hours ago, really. So, and then the way my cards look for the chariot too, it's like two cheetahs. It's like a cheetah, leopard, fast cat. I was getting like fast car energy. I was getting like, and then from the wheel of fortune to the chariot, I was getting both of those cards look very whimsical. Like they look very like Alice in Wonderland, very like Mad Hatter, but you got your feet up, like just like chilling. So like again, like it's not 100% similar energy, but it's very close resonating energy to this Four of Swords. Like this Four of Swords again, and I want to say the Four of Swords came out yesterday too. As I continue to pull throughout the spread, so again, I feel like this is just you being divinely protected and divinely guided at the same time. But something is coming towards you, very fast, at that. But anyway, we got the World card here. That's like completion. Like I feel like whatever truth or whatever enlightenment is coming out about a situation while you're in this hermit mode, Four Swords kind of like grounded energy. It's definitely giving me like heavy grounded, even with the Four Swords. It's like mentally you're getting grounded. Verbally, you might be finding yourself being able to communicate more calmly or more like practically, or like maybe you're completing your sentences. And like typing things out in its entirety, like somebody's reading here. So maybe you could be like visiting the library or just catching up on like feel good reads, or maybe you could be like, for some reason, like Junie B just came back in my mind. So maybe you could be looking at like I'm thinking of like when you were a kid and like you would have bookstores and book fairs and you would have to write book reports and things of that nature. And now as I'm saying that, I'm thinking about like reports. Like somebody could like a report could be getting filed, a report could be getting read, maybe some type of information is coming out of in regard to some type of report or in regard to some type of paperwork. I don't know. The word exposed just came to my mind like so loud. It just like bounced right in front. Like, I don't know. Something could be being exposed in regard to like some type of documentation or something. But somebody is in like this hermit mode where the hermit card gives me like healing, but it also gives me just like grounded thinking, being grounded in your views, being grounded in like your perspective. Like it also gives me trying to like pull, maybe not even pull energy from the universe, but it kind of gives me like this like very atmospheric energy. So maybe like somebody could be sitting out in nature, or somebody could be very much so grounding themselves at this time and like really just kind of soaking in. I'm getting like very much some sponge energy. So they could be like SpongeBob, or somebody could be watching TV right now. Like I was definitely getting that heavy with the Four Swords. Somebody could really just be like low key enjoying like their childhood shows right now, or just like watching shows that they really like or something like that. Anything of that nature in regard to that, I'm getting. I'm sorry, a car just pulled past me like so slow, and that always rubs me the wrong way. Um, so yeah, it's like somebody could be very heavy in this very grounded energy, like just soaking in the universe's protection aura. Somebody could literally be soaking in knowledge of the universe, especially with that four card. Somebody's like reading a book or a magazine. So again, somebody could be soaking in information at this point. Somebody could be literally listening to something and being like, oh my gosh, like, and soaking in all of that information because it's like almost giving me like highlighted information. Because on this hermit card, the glow behind the head and the hands is like white, it's very bright. So whatever information is coming into somebody is going to highlight something, or is going to be like very significant in some way. It's going to really open up, like, I don't even want to just say doors. Maybe whatever information could be coming to you could be opening up some doors. Maybe it could be like some type of contract or something that I just got popping up, if that's in regards to like an opportunity. But otherwise, I'm getting like maybe like you could be finding out about something that is really going to just like shine a light on something in regard to your world in a positive way, especially with the world card being the end of something. So maybe this could be like the end of a really tough period, the end of a really tough time, the end of like a tumultuous time, especially since I mentioned like when I did my sprint yesterday, I got that chariot and the wheel of life. Flip that, the wheel of life and the chariot. And like I said on that, on both of those cards, like the chariot background on the chariot was almost giving me like background noise, almost giving me like circus type of things. Like so it was almost giving me like there's like but like almost giving me like you're sitting in this very like chill thing as all this like whimsical and very chaotic, almost unbelievable. Because like when I think of Alice in Wonderland, that's how it is. It's like this shit is so crazy that it's almost unbelievable. So maybe like a situation could literally be something like just like beyond you, for lack of a better term. Like, wow, this is like way above me, this is way bigger than me. Like, especially if there were many parties involved, especially with the earlier energy being the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. It's like I said, it could have been five people involved, it could have been 10 people involved. And so it was just bigger than you, but you were like the focus of a particular situation is also what I'm getting. um and then right next to the Hermit card, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, and we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I actually have to look into the Eight of Wands because I don't get that card often. Eight of Wands right here. Eight of Wands in upright is direction, exciting times, gaining momentum, progress, journey. A flurry of energy sets winds to the sail. There's a rush of excitement in the air. They're gaining momentum and things are quickly taking shape. Forge ahead, things are quickly taking shape. I feel like with this ace of, I'm sorry, with this Eight of Wands being in reverse, I don't feel like that's your energy. I feel like somebody else no longer can continue doing what they're doing in regard to something. I feel like that's what that Eight of Wands is. I feel like their momentum in regard to continuously doing something has been stopped, or they're no longer able to move at this point. So I don't know if something is wrong with somebody's legs, or if somebody it's just has been stopped. Like I don't know if like an obstacle has come up in their like pathway in regard to you and in regard to your cycle or something of that nature. And as I said, my leg got itchy and I had to bend down and just itch my leg. So like I don't know if somebody got like an ankle infection or like some type of leg infection or something. I got a mosquito bite on my leg, so I just had to like scratch it really quick. And there's two eights back to back. 8 plus 8 is 16. So the number 16 could be significant. The number 88 could be significant. Somebody could be 88 years old. Again, I was picking up on that Ace of Swords and that High Priestess energy earlier. So I don't know if this could have been like a older maternal figure or somebody that's like a more mature maternal figure child. I just wanted to say MILF so bad. Let me just stop. But I don't know, the number 88. But again, it's funny because the energy that we got when I first pulled the spreads was the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. And literally right here in the reverse, we have the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Both the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands and Cups are in the reverse. It's cray to me. So I don't know, the number 58 could be significant. The number 588 could be significant. 5588 could be significant. What's 8 plus 5? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 twice. I don't know. That's Friday the 13th could be significant. I don't know if something in that movie could be significant or just like that number in general, but something. And then let me see. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. Uh, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 plus 8 is what? I don't know. 6. What? Because I'm channeling right now. That's why. Hold on. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, I was going to say 26. Anyway, so the number 26, like I said, that could be significant. Somebody could be 26 years old. Or somebody could be turning 26, or something could have been happening for 26 years. I don't know. You could be getting 26,000. I don't know. Something, 26,000 miles. I don't know. 2600. I don't know, something could be significant, but we got both of those cards in reverse, and that's giving me just lack of movement, lack of moving forward in something. So that's confused at first with the hangman energy, because I'm like, wait, are you stagnant in regard to something, or is somebody else? I'm getting that somebody else is stagnant in regard to something towards you. Like, I don't know if maybe they can't get in contact with you, or I don't know. And actually with the Eight of Cups being in reverse, that's giving me more of actually moving forward. Like, let me see, hold on, let me look at something real quick. Eight of Cups. See, Eight of Cups, walking away, interested, but in reverse is blind acceptance, fear of moving on, self victimization, staying in a negative situation, fear of abandonment. Hold on. Eight of Wands, in reverse, lack of progress, burned out, missed opportunities, poor timing, and patience. So I'm getting, I don't know, I'm still getting like something is not working out for someone, or maybe this could be you. Maybe something didn't work out, and but it not working out was kind of a good thing. Let me see. Let me think about some things real quick, because we got two eights here. That's 16, and eight is the card of abundance. I don't know. So maybe something is not. I'm getting something is not working out. Somebody's not going to be or is not successful currently in something that they were trying to do, or like some type of conflict maybe that they were trying to set up for you is what I'm getting. Let's see. Forge ahead, lack of progress, burned out, missing opportunity. Like this, both of these cards in the reverse, especially with them being eights, like eights again is like abundance. Like this is like good things, prosperous things. It's getting somebody is not prosperous in something. Like I don't know if they try to go against you in some way or do something, especially with the Five of Wands here, then you being illuminated about something. I feel like whatever that illumination is, or maybe whatever came out in regard to this Ace of Swords and that High Priestess, whatever information was just like brought to light, or could possibly be being brought to light, or like earlier I was getting like documentation, like paperwork type of energy. So I don't know, but whatever that is, I don't know. The words blind acceptance is sticking out to me for some reason. Maybe this is like whoever can no longer like move forward and like trying to halt your progress, or like, because the Eight of Wands in reverse would be a good thing, like that's progress, momentum, like things quickly taking shape. Like maybe somebody thought something was going to be successful in regard to what they were trying to do against you, but with those plans being halted, something is not coming into to fruition. So maybe somebody thought like something negative was going to occur, but it's not coming into fruition because of whatever information is being brought to light or found out. Or maybe somebody has gained, especially because the Ace of Swords can also be perspective. Somebody could have gained a newly found perspective about you after this information has came about. And that it's I'm getting like spell, especially since I think I mentioned spell work earlier. I'm getting like the spell work has cleared is what I'm almost getting, or especially with the 10, like that 5 + 5 is 10. It's just giving me, and we got the world card. The world card is completion. The world card is lit is the number 10 almost. Um, so it's giving me like whatever is coming to light is like clearing your reputation, clearing your name, clearing your character. Um, and maybe like with this Ace of Wands being in reverse, that could also be like instead of people walking away from you, they're walking away from this person is also what I'm getting with this 8 of Cups in reverse. Basically, like maybe somebody is emotionally just like because the Ace of Cups, I mean the I'm sorry, I kept saying Ace. The 8 of Cups also has this person on the card who almost has this very like kind of null and void face. Like it's almost like I don't even have nothing to say at this point. Like I don't even know what to say to you is what I'm almost getting. Like that could be how somebody is viewing somebody in regard to some type of information that has been coming like that has come out. Like it's almost getting like I just have to walk away. Like I can't even look at you is what it's giving me. Is the type of energy that it's giving. Um and then it says poor timing too. So maybe this like poor timing, but low key perfect timing because it's low key giving me divine timing. Like maybe whatever information came out like was poor timing in regard for somebody else. Maybe it's like this could not have happened, especially when I got like maybe somebody could like not be walking, or maybe somebody could have hurt their leg or injured their leg in some way. But this they injured their leg at the same time that people are walking away from them in regard to something. So like that could be what that's about. Like they're about to be needing people, but nobody's going to be around, or they're not going to have that many people to turn to. Basically, is what I'm also getting. Um, oh Lord. Okay, I don't even want to say this, but I'm getting the Lord could even be turning it back on somebody. Like, don't call me. Like, somebody could be like not answering the phone, like, or like somebody could be calling people and they not answering right now, something of that sort. Or in that regard, should I keep pulling? On the bottom of the deck, I didn't even shuffle, but on the bottom of this deck that I have in my hand, I got the 9 of Wands. So that's giving me like somebody is standing at the forefront at the end of a situation. I feel like I'm not gonna take this 9 of Wands, but I feel like just looking at this Knight of Wands is you coming out of a very again chaotic, as I mentioned that energy I picked up on yesterday with the Chariot and the Wheel of Life card. I feel like this 9 of Wands, just seeing this in the deck, I feel like this is the sun being out behind you. Like you really just got through some crazy stuff. Like you, that's why I said like unreal. Like if somebody was to ask you about it, or if you were to explain to somebody else maybe like what you just went through, I feel like it would really come off as very like I what? Like nah, that didn't happen. Almost something like that. So that's what it's giving me. And it's giving me that you had to protect yourself, whatever you got through. Like there's like a labyrinth or like a maze on the shield or whatever. So like it's giving me that something could have been extremely complex. And it's giving me like you just navigated yourself out of a extremely tough situation. It's giving me that while you were trying to navigate yourself out of that situation, I'm getting congested and stuff. So I don't know if somebody could be getting choked up right now, or somebody could be choked up about you, or somebody is like possibly choked up on their words or congested in regard to like I don't know something. But anyway, I'm getting like while you were getting out of this situation and getting yourself out of this situation and walking through the storm is almost what I'm getting, especially with that 4 cards. It was looking like it rained. So like thunderstorms could have happened recently. I know like where I'm from, it had been raining for a couple days. Like I think it was raining for like 3 or 4 days. I was actually seeing like some major lightning, like, and the lightning wasn't striking down vertically. Like it wasn't striking down up and down. It was striking down from left to right, which I don't see lightning strike from left to right often. So I don't know if that could be significant for someone like, and when it strikes from left to right like that, I think it leaves like more like positively charged protons and like negatively charged electrons in the atmosphere. So like I don't know, like that could just be significant. Like just that type of weather could be significant. Maybe that's like the type of weather you literally like. Maybe you really just quite literally weathered the storm in regard to some type of situation. I was also feeling like extremely charged up. Like I was sitting outside, and at first I was getting kind of nervous, like but you know, when you sit in the car and it rains, or if like even if lightning touches the ground and you're in the car is the safest place to be, basically. But I was just feeling so charged up while I was sitting out there. Like I feel like the protons were just floating down and just like I don't know, like recharging me. So like maybe in regards to some type of situation, whatever comes out, like, or maybe like while you're in the Four Swords, like you're basically recharging your batteries. Like I kept on wanting to say recover earlier, recovery energy, but maybe you could be like recharging, renewing your strength after like such a tough battle, especially as I'm literally looking at the Nine of Cups and it quite literally looks like she came out of battle. Like she still has her gear on, her garment is a little roughed up, but she still looks beautiful. So like literally you could still be looking extremely beautiful at this time despite or handsome. Hey, handsome. You could be looking extremely beautiful or handsome at this time, despite extremely challenging or situation. And while you were doing this, I kept on wanting to say, but I kept on sidetracking myself. Wanted to say that maybe in the midst of that, you were trying to protect something or someone. You could have been trying to protect animals or children in the midst of this. Like you could have been trying to protect. I'm getting like, I'm getting biological warfare. Somebody could have literally been trying to make you sick. Like you know how like if somebody doesn't like your kind and you walk past them and they like kind of try to purposely cough, knowing that they got like I don't know pneumonia or strep or something like that, or possibly even worse. I'm getting like low key biological warfare could have gone on. Like somebody could have been purposely trying to make you sick or like wish sickness on you. And I just said witch. I wasn't even trying to do this. So whoever this person was could be a high priestess in the reverse and could quite literally be a witch type shit. But I'm getting that you were just trying to not only protect yourself, your honor. I'm getting like your integrity type of thing, your wisdom, your XP points, your experience. Because this person is also holding like an owl, and it's a white owl. So it's just giving me like pure. Like whoever this person is who just had to storm this battle is giving me like this person is very pure or has a very innocent like touch to themselves. Especially like there's like flowers coming up from her, even though like and it's like she has this like cape on and could still be masculine energy. Flip the roles. But this person, he has this cape on and is protecting almost like a family or protecting children or protecting animals, protecting themselves also, but still like the mist or the main portion of the body is sticking out from underneath the robe because that's the person who was just fighting the battle. The kids weren't fighting the battle or the animals weren't fighting the battle, but you were, whoever you are. Um, but let me just pull a few more cards and then I'll end it because this one is getting a little bit long. We're at 47 minutes, 47:27 to be exact. So somebody could be 47 years old. It's 2:20 on my timer on my phone, but I have my car timer 2 minutes ahead. So it's 2:22 on my car timer and it's 2:20 on my phone. Uh, So either way, twos could be significant. Oh, I just dropped so many cards. 1 second. Few more card spirit and then we'll just close it out. A few more card spirit and then we'll just close it out. What other messages can I tell or can I interpret for whoever is watching this spread? So I got three cards just now, and I feel like this is very fitting. So we got the Seven of Pentacles, we got the Four of Cups in reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to read it two ways. So with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is you in this very, and I honestly was getting that earlier with the Four of Swords. Like I wanted to mention like kind of, I said I didn't want to mention like nurturing self-care energy because that wasn't like the main energy on that card. Like I think the main energy on that Four of Swords is like recharge, regenerative type of thing. Again, I mentioned batteries, like charging up all your appliances or something like that is what I'm getting. Charging yourself up. getting your juice back, juicing things. Somebody could be like on some herbal stuff, especially since there are a lot of mushrooms and stuff. Somebody could make their own juices or like basically juices from scratch or something like that. But with the Seven of Pentacles, I heavily get like self care, self nurturing, drawing energy from the universe, like grounding yourself, grounding practices. Somebody could be in a very meditative mode. Somebody could be like healing with animals. Somebody could be going out in nature and just like animals could be coming up to them, or like animals could just like be appearing around them randomly, and things of that nature. You can be feeling called to like lay on the grass or lay down in grass, or like you could be hearing like getting like somebody's closely listening to like the sounds of nature or something like that. Somebody could also be listening to like very melodic or very just like music that really resonates with them, makes them feel like they're part of like maybe something bigger. Or you know how like when you're like, I don't want to say when you're a kid, but when you're younger and you listen to music in the headphones, it just feels so much more like impactful surround sound. I'm getting like something like that. Somebody could like really be like letting the music consume them and just like kind of like really work its way into them and try to like, maybe somebody could find music extremely healing. Like maybe somebody could heal through music, or heal through nature sounds. Somebody could like find like something in regard to nature and healing sound. Somebody could be watching like there's a woman, and I can't remember her name. She has locks. She's like a brown skin, chocolatey type, but she does these very beautiful like hums and hymns out of nature, and like her channel's very popular. I forget the name of her channel though. But anyway, we have the Four of Cups in reverse also, and again, I feel like that's also just again piggybacking off of that Seven of Pentacles energy. Somebody also could be trying to nurture their finances, because I just peeped that that was Seven of Pentacles, like the Pentacles portion specifically. Somebody could be trying to find some type of, no, somebody could also be, I don't know, almost like the universe could be like taking care of you. Almost like that. Almost getting like that. Maybe you don't have everything you want to have right now, but like it's almost giving like the universe is giving you what you need. Like the universe is supplying you with resources. What is what I'm getting. So it did cut out, but so again with the Seven of Pentacles here and then the Four of Cups in reverse. So when the Four of Cups is in the upright, I feel like that's more so kind of feeling sad about something. I almost get like a little bit of self-pity, or like kind of like, man, that didn't work out and I'm still kind of stuck on it. But with that in the reverse, I feel like you're just not down about a situation. Like I feel like you're kind of staying like, or trying to at least stay high vibe about a situation, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, maybe even trying to stay positive about your finances in some regard. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like procrastination, excessive spending, poor planning, lost opportunities, or insecurity. So that could be you. Maybe like because of everything that's going on, you've been like retail therapying, or just like maybe emotionally spending. But on the flip side, I think that this could be somebody else. I think that there could be like a lack of organization and possibly an increase in like chaos or disorganization in regard to maybe looking into some type of high priestess that's not really a high priestess. So basically the high priestess in reverse, because again we had that Ace of Swords and then the high priestess came out on top of the Ace of Swords. So I feel like that's actually your true energy, meaning that you're like the real investigative person. You saw through a situation, and more specifically you possibly saw through this wannabe high priestess. And then in the flip, I'm thinking that this Four of Cups in reverse and Ace of Pentacles in reverse, well really like I'm looking at the Four of Cups in the upright in regard to the not so true high priestess, like whoever that false leader is, I want to say they're in reverse. Like the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse for them in regard to like their position being found out about, or like when whatever like came out, whatever truth, whatever paperwork, whatever came out that highlighted some type of maybe injustice possibly, or just highlighted something in general, like just maybe highlighted the falsies of a situation. I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is the disruption and disorganization that is coming from that person, or situations in regard to that person. So basically I'm getting like a domino effect, like, okay, something just got found out about that person because of something else that possibly transpired, and now a bunch of other stuff is like trickling out of control, or possibly, just like spiraling now, because possibly somebody's finances may now be falling out of order, or be going through like drastic negative changes, possibly because of them being found out about or possibly exposed in some way, shape, or form. But as far as you, I feel like you're just in this very grounded space. Again, like somebody could really be spending a lot of like intentional and comforting time in nature right now. Somebody could just be in a very comforting mood, especially with that Four of Swords at the beginning being the overall energy of the spread. That Four of Swords is just, again, giving me heavy recharge energy, heavy. I'm just going to cuddle up in my favorite socks and my favorite hoodie and my, favorite scarf and my favorite striped sweater, and watch my favorite shows and kick back and kind of watch the shit show is what I'm almost getting. Like somebody could be eating snacks, popcorn, again, cuddled up next to their dog, cat, child, possibly, waiting for some type of news to come about. But that's the message. Clear your space, clear your energy, and take it as it resonates. Flip the rose as it resonates. Don't drive yourself crazy. Have a great evening.